Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Geoguessr. We are doing a Better Europe today. It is a map by Christopher D.H. And our goal is to find out where, when, why, and how we are. And for some reason, I think we're in the Baltics. I just saw these fucking poles. No, you can't fucking do this to me. You can't fuck me. There's no way. No, it's too mountainous. All right, calming down a little bit. It's Cyrillic. Don't see the letter I. We don't have a red vehicle. I'm thinking it's gonna be shit. I know it's a Better Europe. I think it's the Russian side. The fact that there's hills, though, make me want to go a lot further east, over by, like, the Ural Mountains. And I don't want to do that. We don't see the bottom of the poles painted black. Fuck. Could it be a weird Serbia or Bulgaria? I don't know. We have three. It's not Belarus. It's not Lithuania. Even though we just did Lithuania today and we found out they have 3 on their dashes. It's way too hilly and they don't use Cyrillic. I don't think it's anything down here. I think it has to be a weird Russia, which would put it near the Ural Mountains, which is where, technically, Europe part of Russia ends. What the fuck, man? This is not how I expected the day to start. We haven't seen any Russian bollards. We haven't really seen anything that screams Russia besides the crosswalk, the mountains, and the language. Shit. This is not how I wanted Europe map to go. You all know I'm not the biggest fan of Russia, mainly because it's a massive fucking country. And if you're off by 2 inches on the map, you're off by 1,000,000 fucking miles. That might have been helpful. Could it be a Russian part of a country? Because the way these are set up, that would be Estonia. Estonia doesn't use Cyrillic, and Estonia doesn't feel like this. Fuck. Ends up being way further south. I usually go in this area if it feels tropical. Sochi felt tropical. That was a terrible first round. Terrible first round. Holy shit, Christopher, you're killing us. Dashed white lines. We do have poles. We do have license plate if we can catch them. They do have the blue on it. We are gonna we're just gonna click. We're gonna click and we're gonna find something, and I'm gonna be happy that we found it. And that's the end of the story. Tart 2, I believe. Polva. Alright. Tart 2 is down here. But I don't know if that's pointing us to a distance. It might be. We might be entering or exiting like a county or a sub-district. Polva might just be another region. Geoguessr. So that's Tartu. Vilenjad. Volga. Polva. So we're on the border of Polva and Tartu right now. If we go back, we came from the north, so we were heading south. So technically we're in Tartu County. Somewhere along this dashed line, which actually isn't that bad. It could be major road, although we haven't really seen any of the cars. We want to find one of those KM markers on the side of the road. You can see that it should tell us something. A nice kilometer marker, maybe finding a town name. finding whatever town this is. I didn't see a welcome to sign. We are south, so we would be looking in Tartu for the town instead of the other area. But I'm not seeing anything. Not quite seeing what we want to find. Return to start. Let's head north. This is not the way we went, so it should hopefully show us something. We can find a town name. That's great. We know the general region we should be in. Tartu is 53 and Rapina to our south. Rapina. Where art you, Rapina? But Tartu is 53. I don't see anything called Rapina anywhere. Even when we zoom in a little bit, I don't see Rapina anywhere. It should be down here. Rapina, it's over here. All right, so then we have to be over here. We have to be over here somewhere. Because here's Rapina, here's Tartu, makes sense. We'll throw the guess. Ends up being 3.5 miles further southeast from where we are. Not quite enough to get us on the leaderboards quite yet. We were on 292, and we just found the town. At one point, we found the town of Naha, although we didn't see a sign for it. If we would have kept going north, we would have found Mixi, where Rick and Morty got their idea from. Gen 4 coverage, right-hand side, feels low cam. Blue on both sides. That would be Italy. Maybe it's not. It's definitely Italy. Why does this feel like low cam? Gen 4 Italy. We see mountains to our south and mountains to our north. Is this Po Valley? Really close to the border. It might be. We want to stick on the main road if we can, so we're going to return to start. And we're going to head north. We're looking for town names. We're looking for whatever road number this might be. That's kind of what we want to see. To Bologna. North to Bologna on A1. So where's A1? It could be an E road. That's E14 and E45. A14, sorry. What about E35? A1. So we're going north towards Bologna. I know it's Bologna, trust me. This is the turn for SS 84 and 64 to Bologna. Here's 64 right here. Where's 8? Because that's definitely 64. Where's 84? 64, 37. Is A14 some reason SS 84? Or maybe that's 64 and I'm seeing an 8 that doesn't exist. Return to start. What's directly to our south? An SOS area. We have a sign on the other side. It says police or whatever. 201. Bologna is 5.5 kilometers away. I think the 201 tells us something. I think we're like right here. 2 miles off. It does end up being a little bit further south. You can see our nice mess and jumble. That's not terrible, actually. And we're back to third place, only down by 300 points. We're crawling our way back in. We have a car, antenna. We have language. And we have a weird blur. All right. All right. Let's find something better. Obviously, a small town name in the middle of fucking nowhere, that's not going to help us. Vitrub, Lan, and Vilkenye. Also not very helpful. Is this Czechia? I don't know why my first thought was Czechia. Maybe it's the language. Maybe it's the language. It could be Slovakia, I guess. We haven't updated Slovakia yet. We haven't updated Czechia either. So those are not countries that I have fresh in my memory. Why does it feel Baltic now? Why does it feel Baltic? Like in the snap of a finger, it felt fucking Baltic. And I think it's the poles, the dirt gravel road, the middle of fucking nowhere. I think that's why it feels a little bit more Baltic. I thought I just saw bollards. We have thin bollards though. Very, very thin bollards. Not reminding me of, I think, Estonia. Estonia uses yellow, I believe. Maybe it is Latvia. I believe is where we have our guest currently. Nothing really in the direction we're going. No surprise there. I honestly think everyone got fucked by that Russia guess. So it's pretty much like we forgot that Russia existed. Limbazu Novadas. The fact that it's a crest makes me want to go Slovenia. But I don't think so. Slovenia uses the Z. I see the C, I see the C, I see the S. I don't see the Z. But the fact that there's a crest on a sign in the middle of nowhere. You know what? If it's Slovenia, and I told you so. I don't think Slovenia has these dirt roads. And a round bollard like that doesn't look like a Slovenian bollard. Slovenian bollard's pretty much the same as the Austrian bollard. I think it has to be Baltic, and I think it has to be Latvia. As you can tell, I am not great in Europe. And then we literally find this Talinia, which is somewhere else. God damn it. We should have kept it in Latvia. We saw Talinia, which I believe is pointing us to Tallinn, which is in Estonia, which is why we moved our guest to where we moved it. It's the only reason we moved it where we moved it. We did have a decent Latvia guess. But I saw one sign that said Talinia. I'm pretty sure that means Tallinn. That's where we guessed. It took us that long to get to a major road. It was E67. We should have looked at all the signs. I wish we would have got there a lot faster than we did. That's also part of the problem. But we did say Latvia. Feels rather dead on the inside, so it's probably going to be Bulgaria or Hungary. Although that's not a Hungarian pole. Maybe it's not. Let's see, we have language. Can't tell. Can't tell. Don't you love when that happens? What? What? We don't have your traditional guardrail. So a lot of the countries we've already updated are out of the question. We have blue on one side. There's the .cz for Czechia. Does Czechia use a U with a circle above it? That was what was getting me. Was the circle above the U. I don't see that too often. So I was definitely confused. No idea where in Czechia we are, and at this point, we're just gonna fucking hedge it in the middle and hope for luck. And hope for fucking luck. Cross your fingers, dot your I's, ends up being to the east. So we're not walking away victorious, obviously. That Russia guess, if you had a good Russia guess, you were off to a very good start. I love how we got literally Estonia and Latvia, the two Baltic countries, we're updating later this week. And luckily, we did Lithuania today. So guess what's fresh in my fucking mind? Not Latvia and not Estonia. So I feel like we had a little bit of a disadvantage there. And then obviously finding Tallinn with, 2 seconds left to go. And just dropping a random guess closer to Tallinn just in case. That was just poor. Finding the baloney, that was nice. And then Czechia, if we would have given it the time, maybe we would have found it, but I doubt it. I don't understand the Czech language. Screenshot of the World coming first place, 18-9. Scribbles in second at 18-4. Bo in third at 18-3. And then obviously you can see how much time we spent on that last location. Scribbles found it right away. Nice. For Don coming in 5th at 17.4, Arseny in 6th at 16.879, Tin in 7th at 14.862, Tresmond in 8th at 13.219, Hannibal coming on in 9th at 8,076 points. Yeah, no, that Russia round, it looked like it fucked most of us. Best guess was, I think, Arseny in that Russia location. That was a tough Russia. That was definitely a tough Russia. Nothing really kind of lined up, but it's there. It's fucking there. But that's going to be where we call for the day. So thank you all so much for being here. I hope you all enjoyed. We will be back again on stream tomorrow to update Latvia. Wednesday, I believe we're doing Estonia. And then Thursday, we might just come back to Slovakia and give Slovakia a little bit of love. But that's going to be where we call it. So thank you all so much for being here. And I look forward to seeing you guys all next time for some more Geoguessr content. But until then, enjoy the rest of your day. And bye-bye.